My name is Shahiedah Shabazz, and I'm a graduate of the class of 2013 Woodbury University MBA program. I'm also a practicing real estate attorney, and I'm excited to be a part of this year's speaker series. I want to just share a few thoughts about what I perceive as the underestimated value of values. So, setting the stage, what does value mean to you? When you hear the word value, is the first thing that comes to mind how much something costs? Or is it someone's core principles like virtue, honesty, or loyalty? This is actually a trick question because value means both of those things. Both concepts are important tools that we use as we navigate the marketplace and life in general. And so that's why I want to talk to you about values today. I've noticed a recent phenomenon where it seems like hype has become the new currency. And because of that, it's become really difficult to determine the true value of the things that we covet and consume. And I don't mean just being disappointed about the quality of a piece of clothing you ordered off of Amazon. It's bigger than that. For example, a profile picture, something that is so unique and personal to each one of us, now has its very own marketplace. A profile picture that's a part of the Bored Ape NFT portfolio is valued at hundreds of thousands of dollars. And some of these profile pictures can run for upwards of $1 million. While on the one hand, this has created new opportunities for artists, it's also created a market for something that's very personal and very unique, a person's digital identity. And when the holders of scarce, extremely high value assets like these refuse to sell, demand soars, of course, and in some cases, it even inspires new forms of crime, such as cybercrime and intellectual property infringement. It's not just pictures that have suddenly become marketable. There's this famous quote in real estate that says, "Now is the best time to buy real estate. They're not making any more of it." Well, it turns out that the person who said that was wrong. Last December, someone paid $450,000 to be neighbors with Snoop Dogg in the metaverse. Companies are launching storefronts in the metaverse to allow shoppers to virtually try on and try out items and purchase them to be delivered to their real homes. Organizations are planning trade shows and meetings of sizes that were once impossible, with colleagues and attendees across the world meeting at the same time in virtual spaces. And this is something that has helped organizations find new ways to collaborate, particularly in face of the COVID-19 pandemic, when it just wasn't safe to have lots of people congregating at one time in one place. But let's think about the value of the metaverse. How is a piece of virtual land valued? Will it increase over time the way that traditional real estate does? That concept seems counterintuitive because real estate increases in value over time because of scarcity. But there's theoretically an unlimited amount of virtual real estate, right? Just thinking about it makes my head spin, and I'm a real estate attorney. But, never mind what the future value of a plot in Decentraland might be. Today, you can pay whatever the asking price is, which again could be hundreds of thousands of dollars, even if you can't afford it. Why? Because there are lenders who are offering mortgages for people to purchase plots of virtual real estate in the metaverse. Now, these mortgages will affect your real life credit, by the way, so that's something to keep in mind. And there are all sorts of risks involved, like how do you know that your property will even be worth in the future the price that you pay for it today? Will it go up? Will it go down? Will the metaverse even exist in a few years? No one really knows. So, profile pictures, virtual real estate. I got a third example for you. In the course of a year, we've seen the value of cryptocurrency rise and fall faster than the popularity of a Starbucks drink. I'm not sure if anyone really knows the value of crypto today because the markets fluctuate so frequently. But one man has put a price tag on his shares to the tune of $258 billion, which are the damages that he's suing Elon Musk for his role in hyping up Dogecoin, which recently crashed and cost a lot of people a lot of real money. So, why should we care so much about how value is being generated seemingly out of thin air across these new markets? I say it's because we each have the power to increase our unique value the same way that hype is helping to create totally new billion-dollar markets. If it works for them, it can work for you. People have been writing and speaking about the importance of mindset, or what I call self hype, for generations. It's the central theme of Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, which, if you haven't read, I encourage you to do so. And some of the world's most successful business people, including Oprah, Jay-Z, Ariana Huffington, Sir Richard Branson, have attributed their success largely to their mindset. In a nutshell, if you think you will be successful and you take consistent steps toward whatever your idea of success is, over time, you will be successful. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Kind of like how Facebook planned to dominate the metaverse, changed its name to the metaverse, and is taking steps every day to turn that vision into a reality. So, what does that mean for you? How can you apply it to your daily life? As most lawyers do, I'm going to tell you a story to illustrate. Once upon a time, there was a global recession. A large company was laying off hundreds of employees in order to cut its overhead. Two coworkers were laid off on the same day, but their futures were very different based on, you guessed it, their mindset. Let's start with Debbie. Debbie was called into the manager's office on this fateful day, which was only 6 months after she joined the company. She was handed a folder that contained a check for 5 figures as her severance pay, and some pamphlets for staffing agencies to help her find another job and mental health providers. Debbie was devastated. She'd always been at the top of her class in school, and this was her first job. She wasn't used to rejection, and so she very quickly spiraled. She fell into a deep depression. She convinced herself she would never get another job. Soon, her boyfriend broke up with her because he was constantly facing the rejection after trying to help her find some light at the end of the tunnel. And she would consistently turn him down. So, after the breakup, Debbie becomes bitter. Eventually, she stops trusting people altogether. This cloud of negativity permeates everything that she does, and people can feel it. So ultimately, it becomes harder for Debbie to get a new job because all the hiring managers and partners just say there's something about her that just doesn't fit here. It's her mindset. On the other hand, Brenda, who worked at the same firm, received the same news on the same day. Brenda's mantra was, hey, you can't always control what happens to you, but you can control how you react. Brenda saw that severance check as an opportunity to take some time and try something new. She went to bartending school. She became a bartender in a week. She got a job at a local bar in a couple of days after graduating. And she realized that she enjoyed the high energy and the social interactions and getting to meet new people and listening to music and having a good time that she got out of working at the local bar. People were drawn to her. Customers would come back and ask for her. They would wait in line just to have a moment of her time. So that led to her being promoted to head bartender. She got called by the manager to work special events. And through the course of those interactions, she eventually found a new 9 to 5 job and did very well at it, while also moonlighting on the weekends as a bartender because she just loved it so much. And she also attributed that experience to getting her to the next step in her career. It's no secret, we're in another recession. And some of you who are listening to this may have recently experienced a job loss. You may face one in the very near future. We're hearing about companies starting to lay off employees in higher numbers every day. What I encourage you to do as you start to prepare for such a situation, or as you may be dealing with it now, is to take a step back. Think about your values. Think about your vision of success. What can you do in this moment today to help you live out your values and achieve your vision of success? I will leave you with this final thought, which is how you show up in this world is the only thing that you can control. And it's the thing that people will remember most about you. It is your value. And guess what? It's recession proof. So let's invest a little bit more time, a little bit more energy into that as we navigate these crazy new markets and this crazy new economy that we're dealing with in 2022. Thank you.